Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Gives it. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you. Go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. Left side, it's Sategna. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Right side, it's Harris. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Fighting Irish. Oh, their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. The option, the keeper. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Rashad Downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Blaylock. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Making the adjustment. Looking downfield. It's Mateer. Wide out trying to get it in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Sooners. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Behind to crease, it's Young. They were all over it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Lets it fly. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Turning it on. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Still looking to his right. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense is kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Rid of it on the RPO. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Sends it back in motion. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they can't be thrilled using all 3 timeouts here in the first quarter. Here's Carr to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Got it. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
To the air, it's Carr. Makes the grab on the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quickly complete. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sets his feet. It's Carr. They're working that left side. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing, Carr. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coleman Williams. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This defense has only first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big third down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Carr above the noise. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The defense takes matters into its own hands. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Fires to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Sategna. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice.
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. On target over the middle.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He's inside the 15. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires one high and deep. He's got it on the right. Open spaces. Tag. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Soft spot in the middle. Slips a tackle and he's got room. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown Sooners.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Carr. They're all over him. Finds a man on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Second and long here. To the air again, Carr. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Carr looking to take a shot. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Third down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on third.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Buys time to his left. Keeps it and gets the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Making the adjustment on the play. A designed run for the quarterback. Finding some room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Drops back. It's Spatier. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Motion from the wideout. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Carr. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Carr on play action. Look out! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Now here's Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the number 21 team, the Vanderbilt Commodores.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.